exactly in your shoes, giving a speech about my vision of success and how mandatory has helped me discover that vision. I said that my success is the ability to challenge myself and think outside that box I have been placed in because of my identity and circumstances. I said that success is freeing my mind from constraints. Success is love and tolerance. I am my success, and I still hold that belief to this day. Today I stand up here giving a speech as your mandatory student leader, and I've been given that honor. However, throughout my time, my tenure, as mandatory student leader, I often found myself asking this question, what has kept me back here? What has kept me back with the program for another year? Why am I still here? What's going on? I felt like there was some deeper purpose holding me back. And I wasn't until you all that I realized what held me close to mandatory, and especially this new position as mandatory student leader. It's one thing to articulate what success meant to me. It's another thing to practice it. Being your student leader challenged me to practice what I preach. It challenged me to not only push you all forward, but push myself forward. I found myself embodying and teaching my success. And it is through teaching my success that I was truly able to understand what I think we should all understand about success. Success is relative. Success is different and difficult for each person. As men of color, your success is already predetermined for you. And you all, whether you knew it or not, did not want to accept that idea of success. You all wanted to find your own success and what that meant for you. That is a brave step. It is intimidating to find your own path, and especially in a place where you don't feel like you belong. Doing this is a lonely and difficult path, yet it is part of growth. It was not only scary for you, but it was also scary for me. More time, more confusion, more pain, more loneliness, going back into that cycle of really questioning what I feel. But together we have all grown in ways we have maybe not expected. And that's really beautiful. So I challenge you all today, not just you, but everyone else in this room, to continue growing, because growth can always make us stronger. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your effort.
Also, I'm not reading from my journal. I'm sorry. I printed it out. And I call this the Sweet Sound of Success. And it's a piece that I read about 2 weeks ago. And I felt like I should share with you all, as your student here, as your friend, and everyone here. When you love people and have the desire to make a profound, positive impact upon the world, then you will have accomplished the meaning to live. Sasha, in my sophomore year of college, I continuously searched for the answers to the question, how am I going to impact the world? I want to provide young people, or anyone, especially males, a role model who leads by example through dynamic engagement and inspirational support. I'm no stranger to the fact that no one, especially those I admire, have accomplished anything in their lives on their own. So to flourish despite adversity and to achieve their goals, people need mentors. And one of my mentors goes by the name of Norm Jones, who is the founder of Mandatory. Norm Jones radiates honesty, determination, fearlessness, leadership, simple care, and love for others. He helped me realize that my potential is limitless and taught me to appreciate the sweet sound of success. It feels like having a warm glass of milk while being tucked in by my mother. My success feels like absolute happiness. The Mandatory program attempts to foster those admirable characteristics in their members, which the current participants refer to as the norms. And as one of the student leaders of Mandatory this year, and a great friend with all the individuals of Mandatory, I aspire to inspire to help each one of you reach your success in all the endeavors, in all your endeavors, especially in academia. Since I graduated from the program, I'm a strong believer in the power of vulnerability. I have struggled with the concept of what is in a man as a person of color, which I know current participants struggle with as well along this year-long journey. And I continuously attest to you today that the ability to allow oneself to be comfortable with being vulnerable in the midst of discomfort and awkwardness is a part of the concept of a man. A person's greatest source of strength and courage comes from vulnerability. My vulnerability reveals authenticity, which allows for pure, honest connections. The birthplace of my innovation, creativity, activism stems from this vulnerability, from sharing my stories with you all, of my failings, imperfections. It creates an honest and secure space. And I share personal experiences and create dialogue that underlines the importance of investing in yourself. Knowledge is power, and education buys you options. And I strive and I hope that you guys incorporate vulnerability along your journeys to success. The mandatory alum that Damien Yarnell alluded to earlier today, he patented the term, or the saying, 6 to 8, 10 to 2. That speaks to the time commitment mandatory participants make weekly, Friday and Saturday, for a whole semester, but this year was a whole year. His saying adds emphasis to the mandatory motto. Men in mandatory distinguish themselves by doing what others are willing to do to be successful. The mandatory program is an academic enrichment and leadership development program for men of color at Dickinson. And fundamentally, the mandatory program is asking participants, men of color, do you want to have an active role in your own success? So the first step that a student needs to make along this journey is to accept the invitation to invest their time from 6 to 8, 10 to 2 on Saturday and Friday and Saturday, which 40 participants of mandatory have done before, and 4 more have done as well. So through my physical presence as your student leader alongside Eddie Diamontes, 6 to 8, 10 to 2, we provide proof, all of us, the success of this program, and the importance of this program. And as your student leader, I'm proud to say that I helped you along this journey, this cohort of men. And I'm happy that you accepted the invitation to discover an individual sweet sound of success.